Hello everybody, my name is Kumar and today we'll be reviewing the 13th installment of the first season of Bubble Guppies. Season 1, episode 13, The Spring Chicken is Coming. In this episode, in order for spring to officially arrive, the Bubble Guppies must grow a flower for the spring chicken. This episode, I really love it. I watch it all the time. I watch this episode all the time when spring is approaching. Is approaching, I feel like this episode, like, as somebody who was born in the spring, I don't know, I feel somewhat of a more personal connection, like I did with season 1 in this season. Also, if you hear like weird drilling in the background, they're doing some repairs around my house. I live in an apartment building, so yeah, we get a lot of those around here. So if you hear, just try to ignore that while I do this review. But anyway, this episode, I love it so much. Okay, so our episode starts with Uma swimming to school, and on her way, she sees a butterfly, and along with that, she hears music, and then we see people in the background, and they're doing like this funny dance, and it's called the Spring Chicken Dance. Mind you, it's not gonna be the last time you hear it. I mean, if I might as well do it and get it over with, so because it is a catchy song, because I feel like once I do it once, I feel like if I don't do it, I'm gonna have to do it so many times, so I'll do it. Peck that beat, get your feet a kickin', peck that beat, your spring chicken, bawk, 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 bawk. I did it. I did it. So Una swims on over to the people doing that dance, and the mayor tells her that it's Spring Chicken Day, and it's the day to celebrate the arrival of spring. And along with that, she gives her a flower, and she tells her, if you water it and give it lots of sunshine and take good care of it, it'll turn into a beautiful spring flower. And then on her way, and then she brings it to school with her to show everybody. And then they do the dance again when she's in the classroom. And then Una shows her flower to her friends, and then they say it doesn't really look like a flower, but she says the same thing that the mayor said. If she waters it and gives it plenty of sunshine, then it'll turn into a beautiful spring flower. And then we go to the question segment, and then it asks about what else happens in spring, and along with that, the Guppies explain like how you can tell it's spring. Like Molly says, if it's not cold outside and I don't need my jacket, that means that spring is here. And then we have one of my all-time favorite pop songs in the series. It's a Beautiful Day. Like, winter is over, put your jackets away. The sun is shining, won't you come out and play? Ooh la la la, it's a beautiful day. Oh, spring is here. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, spring is here. Hey, hey, hey. Like, I always have that song on repeat. I love it so much. And then we have our shop segment, which is Mother Nature Art Gallery. And we have Molly, who wants to paint the perfect spring day. And then we have Dima, who is, of course, our Mother Nature. Can't think of any other guppy who played this role better than her. And then at one point, she calls Molly Kitten. And people are apparently this is where people started shipping these two. When it was at this point when Dima called Molly Kitten, people started shipping these two. I will say, though, I do see it, but they're young kids, so yeah. Not that I don't support anything like that. I do, most definitely, but like young kids, it's it's a whole thing. But so we have Dima, she's helping Molly paint the perfect spring day, and I like the little rhyme she does, like for example, one of the rhymes she was gonna say, you wanted green leaves and I gave you orange. Now let's try again, and now nothing rhymes with orange. She's true, like to this day I still can't find anything that rhymes with orange. Like, Is somebody gonna fix that? Like, come on. Oh man. And then we have our lunch joke, and Gobi got a spring roll, and a spring roll that's actually jumping, like an actual spring that's jumping. You know what's ironic? I actually had an egg roll yesterday, so that's funny. That's funny. So then we cut back. Then we have our Molly and Gil segment, and then we have Gil, who's dressed up. He's dressed up for the wrong season. He's dressed up for winter, and then he swims out, and then he comes back, and then he's dressed as a flower, which was really, really cute. And then he said, "Nothing says spring like flowers." And then a rain cloud from out of nowhere rains above him, and then Molly says, "And you can't have flowers without spring showers." Oh man, there's a lot of rhyming in this episode. Oh god, I don't mind it. I love rhyming. I used to rhyme a lot when I was younger. I have an obsession with rhyming. That's okay. It's okay. So then we cut off his classroom, and then everybody's Nani's painting, and Gobi's complimenting Gobi's complimenting Nani's painting, and then we have Dima, who's dressed as a butterfly, really, really cute. And then we have Molly, Gil, Mr. Gooper doing the spring chicken dance, and we have Una just sitting at a table, and they encourage her to do spring chicken dance with them, but then she can't because she's I kind of want to say mothering less than nurturing, because I feel like Una has like that mothering side to her. I don't know why, but I feel like she does. And it's funny how Dima says at one point, like, "Is it broken?" That's literally my response. If anything's not working, like when I was younger and things that were naturally supposed to work didn't work when I wanted them to, I would be like, "What's wrong with this thing? Is it broken?" Like, that's my response right there. And then Una says that she's been watering it for a while but nothing's happening. But then Molly says maybe it needs more time. And then they explain that flowers need a lot of time to grow. And then we have another question segment. About plants that need time, that how plants work. And then we have our pop song, which is with Gobi and Dima, and they're doing the spring chicken dance. Oh man, I'm not gonna do it again because I feel like it's gonna get stuck in my head. Like, and then we have our storybook segment with it's titled Happy Bugs, and we have Una and Gobi. Una's dressed as I wouldn't really say dress because it's mostly helmets they're wearing. I don't know. They're not really wearing outfits, like, but their fins are painted black. Their fins are plain. It's hard to explain, like, what was wrong with costume? What were the actual costumes? For those who don't know, Una was dressed as a ladybug and Gobi was dressed as a bee. But why couldn't they like actually give them actual fits? Like, they did it. They could do it in season 2 with Bring on the Bugs, but like maybe they didn't have enough budget at the time. No, I'm lying because I can't think of an explanation because we see I don't know. But anyway, they're flying a kite, and then they need to be careful because they don't want to mess up Miss Butterfly's flower garden, who's played by Tima, and her accent for Miss Butterfly is just so funny. It's so funny, like hello bugs. I cackle every time she does it. And she's sassy, but she's cute. She kind of gives off Tasha from the Backyardigans vibes in this story segment, but I don't know. And then they're still playing with the kite, and then they see and they meet up with their friend the frog. And I like how it's nice to finally get a break from somebody who's not really like an antagonist. Like, I'm so happy we have a one-off character that isn't somewhat of a villain, who's just a normal standby character. Like, thank God he's not misunderstood anything. They know he's nice. Like, that's just a breath of fresh air for me. That's a breath of fresh air. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he messes up his Miss Butterfly's flower garden, but he didn't mean to do it on purpose. He didn't mean to, and I'm happy he helped. So, thank God we didn't have any like somewhat conflicts. I mean, we did with the garden, but it's good. I love the frog. He's so cute, you know. And luckily and I like they have like a little like pattern problem to like help out, like fix out the garden. And then luckily Miss Butterfly comes back and she says frog. And yeah, they fix it up just in time. And they all fly the kite together, which is really nice. And then we have another Molly and Gil segment, and it's with this time Una joins them. And Gil says that he's gonna help Una water her plant so that it can grow faster. And then we have the same cloud again from earlier, and then Gil tells them to back up, they don't want to get rained on, and then he tells the viewers to count down to help the count to 3 to help to make the cloud rain. And it turns out he's still under the cloud and it rains on him. Oh man. And then we have our field trip segment, and it's to the the spring chicken dinner ceremony. And sadly Una's plant hasn't watered yet. And then like and I'm so happy. Thank you for keeping Dima's butterfly wings. I feel like she would be the one to like. I mean, the Guppies should have their own spring prop. I don't really think Una counts because, I mean, she kind of does because of the flower, but I mean, like, she gave it. Why couldn't they give the other Guppies like spring products, like, you know, come festive, you know? It didn't just have to be Dima. Just saying. But then they the spring chicken, I love the spring chicken's entrance. I love it. She has on glasses and she comes out of a plane with a parachute, which is ironic because chickens can't fly because they can't fly. So honestly, I like the parachute. I like the parachute aspect. And then the mayor explains that the spring chicken is saying that she can't arrive spring just yet until she has a spring flower. And then everybody starts panicking. And luckily, when Una put her plant down, she had put it down, and luckily her flower had bloomed, was starting to bloom. And by the time it was they needed a flower, the flower was already bloomed. So Una brought it up to the spring chicken, and then, well, the spring chicken finally welcomed spring. All the flowers are blooming and stuff, and it's just that whole sequence is just so magical. I don't know why. It's just something about flowers blooming in animation, just especially in CGI, like, it's so pretty, you know. And then, of course, to end the episode, what kind of an episode would this be if they didn't end this episode with the spring chicken dance? Oh man. And then we have our last Molly and Gil segment, and then Gil thinks that he's going to be safe from the rain cloud by getting an umbrella, but sadly, no, he didn't. Even though he had the umbrella on top of his head, the flower still makes his way over to the side of Gil's head and squirts Gil in his ear. Oh, rain clouds are just unpredictable. And then that ends our episode. So, as for this episode, I love it so much. I always watch this episode by the time spring is approaching. And this episode is really sentimental to me. Nature and stuff, like, kind of has a bit of a naturey vibe, I kind of want to say. But I mean, hey. Other than that, this episode was really good. This episode was really good, and I give it a 10 out of 10. So, tune in with me next time as we'll be looking at another somewhat naturey specific episode. So, tune in with me, and next time we'll be reviewing Season 1, Episode 14, Boy Meets Squirrel. See you all next time.